Hey, what's up? It's Jim, and I just got back from the new film 21 Jump Street. Two guys who used to go to high school together. One was kind of a nerd, dorky guy played by Jonah Hill. The other guy was this jerky jock guy who was played by Channing Tatum. Then they both go to the police academy, become police officers, become friends, and because Jonah Hill can help with the tests, and Channing Tatum can help with the more physical challenges of becoming a police officer, they become partners, and they're not very good, so then they sign them up for a Jump Street program. They go undercover in high school, and they're supposed to be the people they really were in high school, but then of course their identities get switched, and then so Jonah Hill has to be the popular kid and Channing Tatum has to be the dork, and they send them undercover so they can find out about this synthetic drug that all these kids are doing and find out who the supplier is. I like that it kind of doesn't really take itself very seriously. This comedy is way better than you'd ever think a 21 Jump Street movie would really be. I don't know the series. I don't think most people know the series who are seeing this movie. It's just way better and funnier than I ever thought a movie like this would ever be. The thing with comedy now is all comedies are really cheap. They're made quickly, like Bad Teacher, more about the laughs than the actual filmmaking. And I think there's a little bit of that in here. The guys who directed this, this is their first live action film. They directed Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Got that really to work with the whole vibe of the movie, and aesthetically it actually really worked. Didn't have that kind of TV feel that a lot of comedies had. This really felt like a movie. I like this overall silliness to it. It's very cartoony at the same time. I like the way this was made because it reminds me of something like actually Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, because it's like an idea that if someone told you they're making a fourth Mission Impossible movie or a 21 Jump Street movie, you roll your eyes and think like, oh god, Hollywood, give it up. I like that they pick these guys who really need to prove themselves. To them, it's not just like another like big studio vehicle, you know, it's like really something they really want to impress you with. And that's kind of what I got. And this wasn't as much as Mission Impossible, but I still thought it was a really well directed and kind of fun comedy. They'd have cool little animation sequences. There were a lot of good surprises, and I like the variations of jokes, you know. Now I feel like when you see like an Apatow movie, it's all kind of Apatow-y type jokes, and it's all very in the vein of the comedy it is. And this film seemed to be bouncing around. Channing Tatum was actually really good at comedy. This was probably my favorite performance I've ever seen from him. He's really good at doing comedy, and I didn't know he could do that kind of physical comedy. Jonah Hill's like someone who's a comedic actor. I think he's at his best when he does comedy, and him and Channing Tatum were equally matched. I mean, there's this part where they're trying to put their fingers in each other's mouths to like throw up because they've just taken this drug. The reason this movie is maybe stands out a little more than most comedies is most comedies are within their own little niche, and this comedy is just like I don't think anyone who made this movie cared about what kind of jokes. They were just like, let's just make this really funny and have all these different ideas, and having different people from different styles of filmmaking, you know, having Jonah Hill, the Apatow school kind of comedy coming in, and the guys from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs who are more versed in like cartoon jokes, and combining those I thought really worked. It reminded me of kind of silly fun comedies like Mars Attacks from the 90s, like kind of that whole irony on high, but everyone who made this movie seemed to understand how to use these jokes within variation, so it wasn't really getting boring, it wasn't getting stale. It was very like kind of fun and almost like vibrant with the amount of jokes and different kind of jokes they're using. So if you have seen 21 Jump Street and would like to talk about it, then comment below in the comments, and subscribe if you would like to.